Chat, YouTube, Twitch, everybody. Today we're doing show and tell, and it is Checkmates edition show and tell. What that means is that my viewers sent in their best checkmates over the last month or so, and we're gonna look at them today as a group, and we're gonna grade them A, B, C, D, hopefully not F. Hopefully there's some smothered mates, maybe some nice en passant mates. I'm expecting a lot from the community. As I get better, I feel like you guys are getting better. Ishwar is 1500 now. He started at 1200 when I first started streaming, I think. Maybe that's proof that if you watch the KDlearns stream and YouTube channel, that you get better. There might be a correlation. We don't know. We don't know. There's still data being researched and gathered. So we'll see. But for now, we are going to go straight into Fire Engine's submission right here. So he's got two rooks, so it's somewhat even material. White's only up a pawn, but here we go. Oh, I see what's about to happen. All right, you got a pawn coming. You got a little mating net somewhere. This is gonna come and hit them hard right here. King is cut off on behind it, so it has to move forward. And then rook just comes in. King has one more move, and then boom. The rook protects. This rook cuts off the other column, and this is just a nice little pillar pawn checkmate. Very stylish. And remember, class, we grade on a curve here. And what that means is that the lower rated you are, the higher score you will get for being able to conjure up a very solid checkmate or game and for other show and tells at your rating. This is just very expertly done. I love the foresight where he says, look, the king has no options here. Very calmly just pushes a1. This rook and this rook, no one can touch white's king. Oh, a3, setting up b4, knowing that this is coming. And just boom, delivering a nice pillar mate here. I don't know if that's the technical term, but chat, I gotta say I agree with you. I agree with you down there. Just very, very nice A to Fire Engine. To start the day, the class is off to a great start for show and tell. Great job. Oh, I'm looking at the PGN. I see something spicy here coming, so watch out, chat, all right? You might need some water or milk for what you're about to see, because there's some real spice levels coming. So you can see that white's up a queen, and black's pieces are not really in the game. And black's king is just lost on a6 doing who knows what. All right, so we give a check here. Ah, and you can see there's already a lot lined up here. Okay, all right. So I think that Zaccordo may have purposely missed maiden 1, specifically to do something cool. So I'm expecting a lot out of this. King comes forward. Oh, whoa, chat, did we just see what I think we saw? We just saw a queen sack attracting the king this way. Oh my gosh. Okay, comes out. Oh my god, long castles mate. Oh my gosh. Chat, have you ever seen a long castles mate, or really just any castle mate? That is insane. Absolute fork drop. Beautiful knight protecting the exit squares. This pawn helps protect this whole e file. Look at this piece coordination. It is just absolute craziness. I do think that this is a strong A+. Absolute beauty. Full disclosure, I did no prep for this one because I wanted, you know, with checkmates, I wanted like a raw live reaction to these. Oh, chat. So Mean Jellybean is 1500 rated, and when was the last piece taken? Okay, so last pawn was taken on move 50. Keep in mind, if you don't know how to checkmate and end the game within 50 moves after the last piece is taken, piece or pawn, then it's a forced draw online, and maybe on over the board as well. You have 50 moves to do it, right? And I have no idea what the technique is. No idea. All I know is that it's insanely hard to do. So I think somehow you just move them towards the corner, which looks like this is exactly what's happening. And here we go. Okay. Wow, look at this. The king is in the corner. You jump in with a knight, and wait a second. Ah, there we go. Now everything's blocked. So the king shoulders these squares, and then the bishop assists in blocking the other exit square. So that is crazy. just to push it back one more time. And again, 3 and blocks the only exit square. Look at this coordination. This blows my mind that people just do this, especially not at the GM level. Like, what the heck? Or not at the master level. I tried to listen to Robert Hess commentate Alireza one time, go through and like analyze exactly how Alireza checkmated with the bishop and the knight, and I was just lost. He was saying something about a W shape and then moving them to the corner, just whoosh, right over, just whoosh, way out, way, just not even in one ear and out the other, just over the whole thing. Me and Jellybean, A+. There you go. Ooh. Boom. A+ for Mean Jellybean. And we move on to the next one. Chat, keep in mind, this is a bullet game, okay? I'm just saying, like, a few moves before the game ends, he's down 15 seconds at time. He only has 12 seconds left. King comes there. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Not sure what happens there. Bullet, sure. Ah. Whoa. Oh, look. All right. Knight sack, but in reality, sees free queen. Uh-oh. Maiden one. And it's a fork. A royal fork with a smothered mate. Just absolute beauty. We did say smothered mate was going to be S. And S stands for smothered mate. So we're giving this one an S. Just very, very, very tricky. Literally, oh, I'll hang my queen. JK. A lot of manual labor, chat. Fiog deserves an S. There it is. S for the smothered mate here. And we move forward. So material is literally just even. But already the eval bar loves white's position. And if you see, what happens here? Tries to close it off. Knight sack to open up the H file. And then queen comes in. Ooh, very nice. Queen comes in and just says, yeah, I don't need my knight because now you're getting wrecked. And what are you doing with your life? Oh, I guess there's no other move here, but just nice little checkmate. Wow. But I do like this. Look, they try and close it off. Ah, we got a knight. Nice little knight in this perfect outpost. And we're just going to sack it because if you take, you're getting blown off the board. It's a clearance sacrifice, right? Chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but we just saw a clearance sacrifice to open up the H file, come in and checkmate. Chat, I do think Olio gets a... Wait. I'm getting lazy. Olio gets a B for this one. Very, it's a good checkmate. Very nice idea. But, I feel like the opponent at this level probably shouldn't fall for that so easily, but it's very solid. Very solid. Chat, we have another bullet submission here. It does, help the curve for sure. You wouldn't expect bullet games to have, the best checkmates. So, Karis is actually down a pawn. Gets the knight kicked out. Delivers check. Very nice. Oh. Wait a second. I see some fishy here. Nope. Okay. Okay, I was going to say there's also a check right here because this pawn is pinned. And then... Oh, there we go. There it is. All right. Wow. Pinned H-pawn. And this bishop is very strong. And right here, attacking the bishop just completely weakened this diagonal. And allowed for this idea of knight g3. Claps in the chat. Claps in the chat for sure. I mean, honestly, for bullet game 1200, seeing this bishop, seeing that you can give a knight check, his king's in the corner, nowhere to go with his pin pawn. Let me do some work here. Ha-boom! Karis gets a nice solid A. There it is. Solid A. I love the tactics in the middle of the mate. The bishop controlling the exit square. And honestly, any checkmate involving a knight is just nice. Oh, Fiog wants A+ for bullet. I actually kind of agree. I forgot about that. Chat, there's a curve, okay? There is a curve in this class. Karis, your grade has gotten extra credit and is now an A+. Nicely done. Let's load up a new PGN. So Spencer calls this the Crucification mate, okay? And what happens here? Okay, sacrifices the rook. Okay, jumps in. Oh, interesting. Check. Take. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, wait. So I was expecting this, but all right. Takes with the rook. Forces it forward. Forces it here. comes up. Ah, wow. Wow, look at this geometry. The Suspensor did not sleep in math class, okay? He was like, I am going to study my shapes. I got this perfect isosceles triangle. And this rook is just, you know, got a huge perpendicular angle, okay? So the Suspensor took his math classes seriously growing up, aced geometry, and it all paid off because this checkmate is very nice. I don't know if I've seen a queen a1 checkmate before as white. That's pretty wild. Chat, what do you think? I mean, for 1100 too, this is like, I'm leaning towards absolute A+ right there. I honestly have never seen something like that, and I can see why you said Crucification checkmate. It's just like, where are you going? Everything is just cut off. It's beautiful. We're gonna move on to the next one right here. There are so many checks in a row here. Check with a rook. So what happens? All right, of course the king comes out. Another check, and king goes here. Another discover check, because you know Lifeless is all about those tactics. And then, okay, check over this way. Ah, and the king starts getting walked over. Okay, knight. King comes this way. It's basically forced. It is forced. Ah, very quiet move. C3. Ah, very random move. And then, of course, you get B4. Check. King has nowhere to go. Bishop must sack. C takes B4. Protected by the knight. The A pawn protected by the bishop. Bishop cutting this off. Protected by the pawn. Knight cutting this off. Beautiful, just mate in the corner. That's a pretty good mating net. I do think this is absolutely a strong A+ performance right here. Ishwar, it looks like you're the closer of Show and Tell Checkmate Edition. Oh, it's a Traxler. Ah, it's a Traxler. Okay, so here we go. All right. There's not that many moves. That's why I'm just kind of moving through the whole thing. All right. All right. Attacking the queen. Let's see. Aha. Brilliant move right here. Look at that brilliant move. Why is it brilliant? It's just so much is covered, right? So, oh, it has to walk forward, cannot go backwards. And now, best move. Okay, long castle's not the best move, but okay, all right. Take two. Take two is lining up this huge discovered check, and white falls for it, and it's a very nice maiden one because it's basically smothered. Just nowhere to go. Oh, it's a double check. You have to move, and you can't move into the open space. So all right, chat. What do you think Ishwar deserves with this double checkmate with the Traxler here? Yeah, I mean, I think this deserves an A. You know, an A+. I think it's definitely an A+ because for 1400, having all the theory, and I mean, obviously, like at one point, you know, made a mistake with the long castles, but still, I think the double check just looks really nice. I mean, it almost looks like white should be able to block, but obviously since the double check, white's stuck. So I think it's an A+. And we bring it home strong at the end. Very nice. And with that, chat, we have reached the end of another episode of Show and Tell. Very clean checkmates. I really appreciate everyone that submitted. And if you didn't submit, next time you can submit for Show and Yell. Okay? Twitch watchers, YouTube watchers, whoever you are, any platform, you can go to Discord and submit your games for Show and Yell, which is where you can interpret however you want, but you can basically submit the worst game of yours or whatever you want to submit. Take it how you want, and I will grade it. The whole goal is the opposite of Show and Tell, where you want to be getting the worst grade. So, good luck to people that submit, and we'll see you on the next Show and Tell. Well, we're going to let that cool off. Meanwhile, we're going to hydrate. Don't forget to hydrate, chat, okay? Well, I don't mean don't forget to redeem hydrate. I mean, don't forget to hydrate yourself as well.